Hey, everybody in the Altspace community, I hope you're ready for a drunken good time because it's 5 o'clock somewhere with your hosts, DogeCola and Epolight.
Yes, so before we start the show, we'd like to talk to you about our sponsor, actual sponsor, Real Life Thing. If you go to Milky Way Trading Post, Etsy.com/Milky Way Trading Post, you can get various products. They're very nicely made, wooden, like sort of carved, lasered trinkets and Ouija boards, and it's all up to your imagination, really. It's all the imagination.
My favorite is the bag of dicks that he sells. It's amazing. We're going to be talking about that later. So if you like the idea of owning your own bag of 10 miniaturized penises.
Yeah, you can get yourself a bag of mini wooden dicks. You give them to a natural friend of yours. You know,
wait. Stop taking my joke, man. This is before this.
So, anyway, go to Etsy.com/shop/Milky Way Trading Post. Use the code, it's 5 o'clock. Get yourself a nice, lovely little product here and a free token with our show's name on it. And you can put that on your keychain. You can put that on your Christmas tree, which should probably be down by now, right? But,
No, it's not down. But, yeah. All right, so we ready to start this bitch?
Let's go. You want me to kick you? So what you want? Did you say you...
I like when Aquarius gets testy.
Alrighty, without further ado, Sergi, it's porno music.
Oh, no, he's gone.
Maybe stand away from your wife a little bit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to It's 5 o'clock somewhere, the drunken talk show where everything goes right. I'm your host, DogeCola. This is my Bar Tender Co-Host
Epolight Lavelle. Sorry, I had to cut you off.
Epolight goddamn Lavelle. Alright, Sergi, thank you. Oh, you did it. You turned off the porno music for once. It's like a 10 minutes delay before you turned the porno music off. I'm proud of you. Anyway,
that's because I like to hear it. I enjoy the porno music.
Legally, we're supposed to tell you we did not write that bit of porno music. Sergi, who wrote the porno music?
Okay. Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com. The song is called Proto Funk.
Porno Funk. Well, there you go. Alrighty, Epolight. How was your weekend? How was your holiday?
Well, if you're going to ask me how my weekend is, I'm going to go off into a random tangent, so you're not going to want to ask me that first. It was a really bad week. This had to be the worst Christmas on record for me, and I'm going to go into detail after you. So hopefully, how was your week, Doge? How was your week?
I had a nice, quiet holiday because of the fucking COVID lockdowns going on. It was fun. We had fun. Yeah, I had a nice meal. Oh, apparently I found carbon, so I'm going to re-enter. You go ahead and tell your thing, Epolight.
Alrighty, so while he re-enters, guys, today I want to tell you what I'm drinking. I am drinking in solidarity with punching out racism. I am drinking twisted tea. Okay, so if you feel that redneck coming on, yes, exactly. You know what? I want to do that with my second can because I killed the first one. So if you want to punch out racism, grab yourself a can of twisted tea and really feel, just really make them feel it, So, but anyway, I'm gonna digress into how my week was while Doge is away, since he always likes to take my punchlines. So yeah.
I'm right here.
Oh shit! Hey, Doge, you look handsome today.
I look handsome every goddamn day.
So I hope everybody had a great Christmas this year. Mine was kind of crazy. I found out I'm getting an indoor pool this year. Woo! All right, yes. In my goddamn living room, okay? In my fucking living room. Santa got... Yeah, that's the only way, if it was a fucking spa. But no, Santa must have got himself drunk as fuck, ripping through my neighborhood and crash landed on my roof.
That was a nice one, third shows.
As far as the roof leaking water all over my floor, I quickly grabbed my trash cans to catch the dripping water from the ceiling. But it looked kind of crazy. It's like it looked like my house grew some big ass titties. It did.
Yeah,
like I don't know. I don't know, Serge. That was kind of hot. You know.
Hey, Epolight, Oh, nice kiss.
Oh yeah, there. Look, that's my ceiling right there. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, they grew some big ass titties. Water's piling up under the drywall, like of 3 layers of paint, into a teardrop shaped boobs. Aren't they beautiful? You know, it was kind of hot. So I'm staring at my living room's breast, and I could not help but notice that one side's bigger, just like in real life. You know, it's yeah. So now I have 3 things in common. So now I have 3 things in common with my house. First, we're both, you know, the left side is bigger. Yeah.
No, okay.
Yep. We're both a double D, and we rarely use the back door. So it's I mean, it's usually locked, people. It's usually locked. So after the rain subsides, I get a knife and I poke a hole in the ceiling's nipples, and now I'm kind of like awkwardly massaging the breast, you know, in my house. Oh my gosh! Sorry, I have magnets on my controller. This is lovely. And so, yeah. So like from what I can tell, the boobs, they felt real. You know, so I'm standing there wet in my living room, feeling my ceiling's breast. Water's all over the floor, and I'm crying because I don't know what else to fucking do. And oddly enough, that is exactly how I felt after the first time I had sex.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes. I got wet. I was crying a little bit because I wasn't sure what the fuck I was doing. And I'm pretty sure I didn't want to put my mouth on it either. So
that's gonna cost you.
God knows what was in that rainwater. I think my house is just tired of watching me have sex because it too wanted to fuck me. Alrighty, good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give it over to the news segment. Just so you guys know, when you guys put up like messages for the audience, it also goes to the bot. And now I have to get up and because we record, and I'll be back.
Oh. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and get into this week in drug news. The timing's still not there, but you know what? We try.
I'm getting
That's all you get. So, I'm sure you guys have heard of KFC's new gaming console. It's actually real, the KFC console, which is a gaming system supposedly that has top-of-the-line gaming PC specs and a special compartment to keep your chicken warm, which, I mean, that in itself was probably made by some fucking drunk bastard, you know? Because who doesn't game and fucking eat stale chicken when they're drunk? But they were probably making stuff to compete with Bud Light gaming console, which is lesser known, but is a thing. We actually do. Bud Light has a gaming console.
They do.
That keeps your beer cold, too. I mean, if you have the 2, you're pretty much set, right?
I mean, I'm not really keen of getting like greasy hot chicken leg grease all over my controllers. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I like the vibration of the controllers in certain areas, and I don't want to, you know. But anyway, so but yeah, the Bud Light is more my thing.
I mean, gamers everywhere are fucking ecstatic. I shit you not. The gaming community will never be the same again. It is like, unless Mountain Dew came out with a fucking gaming console, I think we're set now. You know?
Yo, I'd be down for that.
Sure.
So basically, the KFC gaming console is, no portals in any event. Please. That is extremely rude. Anyway, so like, you know what?
It's your bubble.
I forgot where I was going with there, but you know what? Yeah, get yourself a fucking KFC gaming console, man. That looks fucking dope.
Which looks dope? The big guy, the chicken. I mean, I like to give myself a little chicken leg, but or you know, I'm sure Doge likes himself a chicken neck.
What's that mean?
I don't understand what that means. Oh, okay.
A chicken neck is a woman who is very well, she enjoys bending her neck on certain members of the anatomy.
What are you drinking today anyway? I don't think I heard you.
I told you, in solidarity of punching out racism, I am drinking twisted teas. So
okay.
If you're a racist, I have no problem with you getting knocked the fuck out with Twisted
Alrighty,
Tea. I mean, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think we should go into our first sponsor of the evening. What
I
do you
think we
think,
do.
Epolight?
We have, yeah.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who do not know, usually our sponsors are How We Pay the Bills, pays for the rent, Epolight's fancy dress over there.
His
So
hookers.
we would like to talk to you about a new revolutionary app where you can find people to drink with you if you're feeling a little lonely. Epolight, why don't you talk to us about
Oh, man.
Boozy Buddy?
First off, I don't usually have to drink alone, but so you got Boozy Buddy, drinking friend finder. Stop drinking alone and find lonely drinkers in your area. Nobody wants to drink alone. It's unsafe, especially if you're a woman. This is not a dating app. Contrary to the Love Me Plenty's one, this one, like, you just want to hang out, have a couple beers, be safe, and it's tough. It's like a 13-step program to get yourself sometimes in a local area to find people that relate to you and your drinking needs.
Really? I'm gonna download
It's
this.
yeah. So it has a built-in thing like GPS locator. So you go to a bar, you're there, you're like, hey, how's it going? You know what I mean? You look sober, but I see your app's flashing. Why don't we go and drink together? It's just pretty much how it goes.
I promise I will not risk you.
Well, until you start drinking anally, and at that point, I gotta cut you off because you're no friend of mine.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself the app, Boozy Buddy. It's on the App Store, the iOS, whatever, Android. I have no idea how that works. I don't know any phone.
Oh, okay. He just gets booty calls the old-fashioned way.
Exactly.
Craigslist.
No, I send them by carrier pigeon. Anyway, we're gonna bring out.
Talk about getting a little beak on the side.
The man behind Milky Way Trading Post himself. Let's bring out the awesome and just the great guy. Let's bring out Saul over here.
Saul, come on down, Saul.
Hey!
Yay!
Hey!
I hope you prepared a little stand-up set at some point too, because you got some great stories.
Oh,
No
nice.
pressure. Hey, what's up?
pressure.
Thank you for inviting.
Hey, no problem, man. How you been doing? How's your holiday been?
Same as usual. Just eating more and drinking more. Same old. I just want to make sure that I'm in sync with you guys. How many beers have you had and you had?
Well, I don't know.
I bought my third whiskey.
Ooh, this is like the Arizona iced tea can I talk about when I go to the BDSM bar with that guy. Like, this is a girthy can. I know y'all remember that story. You know what I mean? The guy with the third leg. Like, this is what it reminds. Anyway, I'm not going to continue. This is a family show. Not let's make a family show.
Since when?
Since when? Jesus Christ.
There's no name over there.
What, sir? I do like. Actually, I really don't like the girth. It is way too big. I should turn him down. I was like, look, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to take his time. Go ahead. I don't want to take his time.
Fucking tea.
Talking about Arizona iced tea can, man.
Yeah. So as I said, I'm the guy behind Milky Way Trading Post. My wife and I founded Milky Way Trading Post during 2020, during this fantastic pandemic. I gotta say, for everyone, it might be a shit show, but for me, I think it's pretty great. I can be naked right here in front of a people without being kicked out, and I think that's pretty amazing.
Well, wait, Saul,
amazing
I saw your tiny dicks. Okay, that's why you can be naked.
Yes, and yes. I hear that a lot.
Wow.
So yeah.
And as pandemics go, the winner, Saul. I'm sorry.
So speaking of ways, the small decks are available on Milky Way Trading Post. Feel free. There's a stack of 10 wooden decks. Send one to your mom, to your aunt, to your boss. Send one to everyone. There's a pretty amazing. All of a sudden, I decided let's cut wooden decks, put them in the back, and just post them. And all of a sudden, boom, they start selling.
You don't deliver in the UK. I think we tried to get some stuff, but
It's gonna be
I
in
would
LA
buy
soon.
some tiny dicks and I would put them in like people's mailboxes and just leave them there.
I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. Like, I actually did not order your bag of dicks, and as soon as I got them, was disappointed because, like, literally, I go to work, and I'm showing people around. They're like, and a girl comes up, and I'm showing her. She's like, "Oh my God, they're so cute! Look at it! Look at it!" I'm like, I'm sure Soul loves when ladies come up to him and be like, "Oh my God, your dick is so tiny, it's so cute!" Like, I bet.
I used to get that a lot.
And here's the crazy thing: they love it
It's
so
not the
much.
size of the boat; it's the motion of the ocean, man.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, this one guy was being a real, like, asshole. And so I gave him, I took one out of the bag and I gave it to him. And he has it in his hand like this. And he's like, "What the fuck? You just gave me a little dick?" And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, you're being an asshole. So I figured you needed some good dick to fill that hole in your life." So and I fucking walked away. So now, next time I place an order, like, and they're tiny. They're tiny. I've never had 10 dicks fit in my hand before.
How tiny?
That was the first.
Yeah. Next time you hand that dick, hand them the coupon code. I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And just send them to the Etsy store and make some money off of it.
Wait.
How
Hold on. I gotta
do
say,
you-
wait. Hold on. Before I forget, I had a friend. I'm I'm showing people your dicks, plural. And this Ricky turned around and was like, "Oh my gosh, like, you know what? It doesn't fall in line with my preference. Okay, can I get a preference in here?" Now, if he made little vaginas in a box, I'd probably buy that. So I think,
Is that your next venture? Some little vagina?
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I'll
Vaginas
have a
in a
vagina
box.
bag for you.
Well,
So-
not a bag. It's got to be a box. It's got to be a box.
A box? Gotta
You
be a
know
box.
what I
I'll do
mean?
a box for you.
Like a
wooden
brown box.
It's gotta be a box.
You know?
Yeah. Box in the box. Yeah.
Oh,
You
it's great
know,
stuff.
Yeah.
So what? Sorry, I gotta answer.
No.
Okay. So anyway,
Box of boxes.
I was thinking of like your story. Where do you get most of your inspirations? Like the dog's asshole, like these little like things you make. Some of them are just fucking.
It's crazy.
I think you drink and then you smack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the whole inspiration comes with like you drink and then you smack talk. For instance, I was with Epolight
You
and
smack.
Rick over here.
No, you did
and,
not
we're-
smack me. You did not smack me. Okay, you are married, and I'm not a homewrecker.
It's getting heated up here. So we just had a conversation about dicks, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a product, and listed online. All of a sudden, people started buying dicks, and that's how it came to be.
Yeah, I was laughing because when Epolight first came to me about the sponsorship thing, because we do a bunch of like stupid sponsors here on this show. It was just so like appropriate. It just seemed like it would be such an outlandish fake product, but like it's actually real. It's the thing. I thought it was really funny.
And I wish it was fake. I mean, I've been posting that on social media. And people think it's fake, but it's actually I'm selling it, and it's on the site, which is kind of crazy. And people are buying it, which I'm surprised. There's no use for a bag of dicks, but people just pay for some reason.
I'm an asshole now. Like, that's going to be my favorite thing in life. After that dude's reaction,
I wonder,
of just like, "Why'd you give me a little dick?" And I'm like, "Well,
How does
because you're an
your
asshole."
wife feel about you constantly making so many penises? Is that
And
like an
handling
obsession now?
so many of them.
She encourages me. That's a crazy thing. She encourages me. I got a bad idea. She's like, "Do it." I mean, and that's why we've
That's a
been
good
married
wife.
for so
That's a
long.
good wife right there.
She's a great
That's how
wife.
marriage works.
So I got to ask, so I mean, the quality of your products. I mean, do we have a picture of his stuff too? Like, I mean, I sent you a couple pictures of the different ornaments I had, but I gotta say, like, do you like quality control them and handle, your products before you send them out to the consumer? Like, I'm sure you're a very hands-on guy with your dicks. So.
Yes, I assure you, everyone, that every single little dick has been polished by hand by this guy. Like, all of them. They've been sanded, they've been polished with oil, all of them, guaranteed. Natural linseed oil. So, all of those dicks been touched by me, I assure you that, so.
So
right there.
Well, linseed oil is flammable. Like, so you got
I'm
a
gonna turn
flaming
on
hot dick.
the raise hand feature here. If you can look at the bottom right hand corner, if you want to ask any of us a question, ask Saul, here, me, or Epolight.
While we're still going, Doge, is there any way we can put the email up there? Because I want to talk
Right now,
about
yeah.
like a new thing. Yeah. So who's here in the audience? First off, if you want to be a guest on our show, I want to let you know that that's our email. Send us an email to be on the show. 2, we are having a new segment coming on here. We might be having 1 or 2 new segments to where we get stories from you that say, like, tell us, like, if you worked in retail, bartending, or this, and you had a crazy story happen to you, or a Karen came up to you. I've had my fair share of Karens, and you just look at them, and I knew that bitch was a Karen just by the peacock haircut she got going on. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, and I wasn't wrong. Like, she was a stone-cold cunt, bitch. I don't know if what's the politically correct term, like, you know, but there she was in my
Are we
face.
ever politically correct on this show?
Not really. You know, the
Get
only
the
time
fuck
people...
out of here.
Exactly. So if you have a crazy story, there is the email. Hit us with your, and we might read it on there. We might have it on there, or we might even have you come up for like a 4 or 5 minute segment. So just figure I'd throw that out there now while we have a good solid audience before the size of dicks
Hey, cool.
and cat asses scare people away.
Yeah, and
Make
speaking
sure
of
you guys are
stories, like quite a few stories related to work. I mean, when
Yeah.
you're broke, you put yourself in weird situations, and
Yes.
you don't want to live under the bridge, so you gotta work and get a shitty job, and that's what you do.
Yeah, you did Uber, right? Tell us
I
about
did
some crazy Uber
Uber.
stories.
I mean, I did Uber, and in Atlanta specifically. So it was a whole year, and all I did that year was pick up random people, usually at night. The AC of
Me
my
too,
car was
me
kind of
too.
busted.
Do that
Yeah.
often.
So the AC was kind of busted, so I had to pick up people at night. And I would say like 99% of people are super nice, but then there's the 1%. And those 1% make great stories. For instance, I picked up this guy in downtown Atlanta. It was I stopped by a gay bar, picked him up. It was the guy's in his 60s or so. He was nice, seemed nice. We were having small chat, you know. And all of a sudden he was asking questions. He's like, "Hey, where are you from?" And I tell him, "Hey, I'm from Puerto Rico, originally from there." "Oh, okay. Do you got gay friends?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I do. I got some gay friends." And like, "Have they done you a favor?" And I'm like, that kind of escalated, and I felt a little bit uncomfortable. And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, have they done you a favor? And I was like, it was really uncomfortable. And then there was a quiet, awkward silence for around 9 minutes, and I think we were probably 15 minutes away from his home. And all of a sudden he's like, "Well, I'll give you $100 if you let me blow you." And I'm like, that quickly escalated. It was 3 a.m. I'm like, holy shit.
Wait, he gives you $100 for him to blow you. That's
So anyway, that's how I made
Like-
$100.
So what'd you do with that $100?
I mean, honestly, I could shut my mouth for that kind of money. You'd be like, you know what? Hold on.
I didn't know to be
You got the
flattered
shit end of the
or
stick on
freaked
that
out.
deal, right? Like, to say,
Oh,
and
I didn't know if to feel flattered or not, but
I mean, I
it
might
was
start Uber
awkward as
driving
hell.
if that's the case. Like, oh wait, hold on. You don't want to fuck me? You just want to just okay. Hold on, let me check it out real quick.
Right? I'm telling you, that was the end of the
I think
night.
we
I dropped
actually
the
have
guy
any
off, and
questions,
I'm like,
but
I'm
yeah.
done. I'm done.
That's the Uber ride that gives you a ride. Like, you know what I mean? You're the driver. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's the
Have you ever
service
had any,
industry
like,
right there for you.
You ever have any of those like those what's the fucking thing called? The stupid thing on the fake taxi? Like
Oh,
you
fake
guy.
taxi.
like a
I might have had that
situation
like
freaking
that.
cam on.
Yeah,
I had
Dude.
something similar. I picked up a guy on downtown Atlanta. It was around 2 in the
Do
morning.
tell.
And I
Do
go
tell.
downtown. Yes, downtown always happens in downtown
Oh,
Atlanta
you took
somehow.
him downtown too. Okay. This is getting freaky.
So I go to this club, pick up this guy. He comes in with a girl, and all of a sudden, mysteriously, once he gets into the vehicle, he's like, "Well, I'm having issue." And then like the whole ride, it kind of drops, and it was a little bit okay. You gotta recourse it again. He's like, I'm having issues, and all of a sudden, there's a cop. He's like, "You gotta move," and the guy from the back says, go home to the fucking cop. And I was like, holy shit, that was a red light right there. That was a red flag right there. I was like, whoa. And then like I was very apologetic with the cop. I'm sorry, I'll be moving, this, and that. And the guy was like, no, it doesn't work. And he's like, I'll give you $30 cash if you take me to downtown, to South Side somewhere. And I went against my gut instinct. I was like, yes, sure. That's a stupid thing to do. If you ever do Uber or Lyft, don't pick up a ride and cash. I mean, don't do that shit. And so I ended up driving to the South Side. And usually, if you know anything about cities, usually the South Side tends not to be the greatest part in town. So like I was driving, got on the highway, heading south, and all of a sudden I'm looking in my rear view mirror, and I see a shadow going slowly up and down. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Been there before.
All of a sudden, I start hearing some slurping. I'm like, this is weird. I was super uncomfortable. And I turn on the music, pretending nothing's happening. And that small shadow that went up and down all of a sudden became a huge shadow. And all of a sudden felt some pressure in the back of my seat. And I'm like, holy shit. So the hands of this guy were huge, and he just grabbed the back of my seat. And I feel there's some movement, like boom, boom. Holy crap. At this point,
I remember that mission in Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? That was a good one. You're playing as Trevor.
I'm pretty sure that reward in Grand Theft Auto was higher than the $25 that guy gave me. So we were 10 minutes away from the destination, and he was going at it, and like boom, boom, boom. I was freaking the fuck out. I just turned on the volume, pretending nothing's happening. We get there. Apparently he finished. Got out the vehicle. He said thank you and just left. I freaked out.
No cash?
Parked. He paid cash. Yeah, he did. I'm like, give it up front. $20 was not worth it. It was not worth it. Grabbed a spray bottle, sprayed on my seats, and call it out for the night. I mean, I lost that night completely.
I mean, that would put me in a bad mood. You know what I mean? Like, nobody likes a juice cocktail in the back seat of your ride. Like, here's the thing. I told you guys about the story to where I got a guest drunk as fuck at the bar, and she threw up. She pissed her pants. She threw up all over the bar. She threw up in the lobby. Like, she was done, okay? Like, it wasn't my fault. She came with some regulars who were, like, stone cold fucking drinkers. Like, these bitches throw down. And then they bring a mom of two who ain't seen fucking daylight in, like, 3 years. Like, come and hang out. So I'm thinking, oh, they with them bitches. They can hang. Yo, she went from 0 to fucking piss pants in, like, 20 minutes. Throwing up all over the place. And then they get an Uber. And I'm like, I drive a Ford POS, like piece of fucking shit car. All right? And there is no fucking way I would let some piss-pass bitch throw up all over her get in my ride. And it's a shitty ride. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be an extra service for that. Like, there's just no way. Just no fucking way.
Yeah, like, if they mess up your vehicle, there's a fee. I mean, they give you like $150 if they mess up. And I used it once, and I went to like the north side of Atlanta. It's a place called Buckhead. Usually where wealthy people live. So I went to one of the clubs there, picked up someone. I stopped. Basically, they opened up a door. Around 3 people grabbed this girl, throw her in the back of my seat. I mean, I'm like, what the hell? Close the freaking door. And I'm like, that's how I started to write. She was passed out in the back of the seat.
Equalizer? Motherfucker, you're getting your stories from movies. That's the Equalizer. I've seen that shit. So someone, you come back and whoop all these white crackers' asses afterwards? Like,
we're gonna get to one question.
Like,
wait, is that a question?
Yeah.
I don't.
Also,
okay,
everybody, Twisted Tea's not that bad. It's not that bad.
We do have the raised hand button on the bottom right hand corner. So if you ever
That's my
want
favorite
to
part
ask
of
any of us a question, click it and then we'll get to you. So we do have one over here from Slick Rig. Go ahead, Slick.
Slicky Rig.
Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah, Saul, I was just wondering when that guy was in the back of your Uber and he was playing with himself, did he leave you a big tip?
He left her a big tip.
No, he had no tip. He left it to the girl that was there, actually.
Oh, the big tip.
He was not touching himself. He was screwing someone else. FYI.
I think
that was going on.
So,
yeah,
that
was the shadow going up and down.
I guess someone drives a Hummer. I guess so. You drive a Hummer, right? Is that your vehicle of choice?
Ooh, I wish it was a Jetta. It was like a 2006 Jetta. I mean, it wasn't a big car or anything. Luckily, it had leather seats, so it was easy to clean. I mean, it was easy to clean. I could do that.
Did you?
They were heated leather seats that
happen
night.
in the?
What happened?
Did you ever have anything else happen that was like freaking?
I mean, a whole bunch. I had a guy who, like, at one point, I was like, I'm done with nights, and there's some messed up things that are going on. I'm like, I'm just gonna go wake up super early, be at like 4 or 5 in the morning, picking up people to the airport. And all of a sudden, one day, I picked up this guy. It was in Buckhead again. So this guy, he started sharing information. I'm a musician, and I was partying with this who used the word cougar.
This MILF?
And it was actually cougar. It was more specific.
Cougar.
And he's like, she has so much coke. And I'm like, why are you sharing this? But I didn't have sex with her because I have a girlfriend and I love her. I don't know why he felt the need to tell me, hey, I got a girlfriend and I love her.
Because he
like,
fucked
I'm
her
your
and he's
fucking
trying to
driver.
convince himself. You know he fucked that. He was just like...
Probably, yeah. He felt all guilty. So I arrived to the destination, and he's trying to look for cash because back then Uber didn't let you tip, provide a tip. So the guy's looking for cash. He didn't have any cash, and all of a sudden he opens up a duffel bag, and opens up his hands, and he had 3 bags of blow. And he's like, "Do you want any blows or sannies?" And I was like, "Holy shit, that was close to 6 in the morning." I'm like, "Dude, thank you, but no, thank you. It's 6 in the fucking morning." And I dropped them off. I'm like,
see, people always think that I'm high as fuck because I'm so chill, mellow, and all that shit. And I remember, you know, so I don't smoke. You know what I mean? And like, I'm just naturally high. So when I do smoke other shit, I get very, I don't even know what the word, like annoyed, which is not my normal personality. They're like, Sam, what the fuck is wrong with you? You need to smoke. I'm like, motherfucker, well, that's what I did. Fuck y'all. And I'm like, damn, this has the opposite effect on you. So my guest, they gave me, I thought they were Sour Patch Kids. So I'm taking these Sour Patch Kids. They were, I don't know what the fuck the name was. Exactly. They were like, they weren't Sour Patch Kids. They were like Hemp Patch Kids or some crazy shit. I'm drinking. Yeah. They kind of taste like fucking stale ass Sour Patch Kids. And I took the whole fucking pack thinking, wow, fucking great fucking tip, boss. Like,
oh, wow.
You know, and then I'm at work. I'm like, yo, I don't feel so good. You know what I mean? And my guests are like, why are you so obnoxious today? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Why are you asking me? And I was like, my boss is like, Sam, you don't act right. Like, you know, and you on drugs? I'm like, of course I'm not fucking on drugs. Like, I don't even have to take aspirin. You know what I mean? And I just get real belligerent. Eventually, they're like, all right, Sam, you know what? You can go home. You know what I mean? We're not writing you up or anything. And as I'm putting my tip money away on the counter, that's when I see the fucking bag of, you know, like, you can't give me candy and expect me not to eat it, all right? And I look at the empty wrapper, which was in my apron, and I'm like, the fuck? Hemp Patch Kids. This is some crazy ass shit. Like, no wonder I got fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, that tip almost got me motherfucking fired.
We have a question from A4R. I can't read that, but go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, A4.
Where are you?
Yeah, everyone's looking around like he got scared. He was like, I want to join in the conversation.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Right here.
Hey, it's right in the front. What's up, boss?
Yeah, it's a for real brother.
Oh shit! Not one of those fake brothers on the stage. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I mean, I was just wondering about the cocaine that you found in I mean, dude, you got some. I used to do what is it, Lyft? I used to do one of those. I'm high. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do something? Oh, you made me laugh.
No, that's good. We got you on mute.
Nice. Yeah, thanks. So, yeah, I used to do that thing. I used to do that, and it was great. I've never had any interesting stories. I was hoping that one day some interesting shit like that would fucking happen to me, and somebody would do something. But the worst I had, though, I lived in Philly, and
that's where I'm from. What up?
Okay, yeah, I was in West Philly, University City, and I was driving around and people, it's mostly college students, so it was kind of cool.
Oh, okay, all right.
But yeah, that was the worst I had was like these guys got in my car, And I picked them up. There was a bar on Frankfurt Avenue. It's a real happening joint. I can't remember the name of it now. It's like it's real kind of like rock and roll bar and shit, you know, leather jackets and shit. And so they get in my car and they smelled like fucking stale beer and cigarettes and shit. Stunk the fuck up out of my vehicle and shit. I'm like, I had to roll the window down. And I'm like, you motherfuckers stink. I didn't say that though because they like to fuck me up. So I just, you know, I took them all the way down, dropped them off. I mean, that's the most interesting thing I've ever had happen with me. And then one guy, one kid, he tried to like talk shit, you know, like, hey, man, you know, wanted me to tell him where's all the happening spots. I said, motherfucker, I am driving Uber. I'm not a fucking cabbie, bitch. Get out of my like I'm supposed to be some kind of fucking tour guide and shit. Yeah, club's right over there. I don't know, motherfuckers. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys get back down to doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man.
On your left, do we have the tour of the famous? This is where so-and-so OD'd. Excellent. And on this side, I don't give a fuck alley. Just tell me your location.
It's so making movies anymore? Man, I loved them in that one movie. Anyway.
Which movie? And thank you so much for the question, A4.
Yeah, that was good. I hope most of them people were stinky and just loud asses. I drove for a year, and usually when I drove at night,
he loves a good
stinky loud ass. I love that shit. Would have been an easy ride, easy money. But if you drive certain hours, I mean, the crazies go out between 1 a.m. to like 3 a.m. when the clubs start closing and the strip clubs. I gotta tell you, strippers though, they leave good tips. I gotta tell you that. Strippers and bartenders, they're great tippers. Of course they do.
They have change to spare.
I'll be real. Like all right, so look, I always heard stories about my brother. You know, he was gay, and all my brothers, it was like a rite of passage hanging out with the eldest brother, Bob Michael. Like, oh my gosh, Greg would be like, I have never been so drunk in my life until hanging out with Bob Michael. Christy, I've never been so drunk in my life until hanging out with Bob Michael. My brother Bobby, oh, Jesus Christ, apparently they left him someplace. You know, it's like, I would have left him too, but, like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I knew why, because when I went to Fort Lauderdale, you had all walks of people. The best part was the diversity. And I would hang out with straight people. 1 o'clock would roll around and be like, hey, Sam, Epo, this was great. Had a good time. We're leaving. They got wives. They got husbands. They got kids, whatever the fuck it is, responsibilities. I hung out with lesbians, and they had the common fucking courtesy to hit last call. They'd be like, last call. They'd be like, yo, Sherry, you want to get a bucket? Two buckets. Let's get 2 buckets. Yo, I hung out with fucking Omito the first time, and 2 o'clock kind of thing. I was like, okay, guys, hey, look, this is amazing. 2 o'clock rolled around, having a good time. He's like, no, we're going over here. I'm just a fucking driver. So I'm like, I had no choice. Like, I sobered up. I stopped drinking at 12 because I figured I got to drive. So 2 o'clock rolls around. Now I'm at a different club. I don't even know the fucking part I'm at. And I'm like, wow, guys, 4 o'clock in the morning. I haven't had a drink since fucking 12 o'clock because I knew I had to drive. And they're like, hey, no. I'm like, guys, this is amazing. I can't wait. This place is slowing down. They're like, no, we're going over here. 6:30 rolls around. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers, I am going. There's like no stopping of anything shutting down. Gay people like, it's fucking 6:30 in the morning. You know what I mean? It was like that shady fucking guy out of the building. Like, I know he was selling fucking cocaine or something because of, and I'm like, fuck, I am leaving. I am out of here. Fuck you. I am leaving you. I gotta work with you tomorrow. You better fucking be there. I'm not covering your shit. I'm fucking out. I'm just like, fucking peace. I just rolled. Exactly. I did.
I think we have a question from Freak Playing. Go ahead. Where's Freak Playing?
Freak.
Oh.
Where's Freaky?
I'm right here. I like to get freaky.
Hey.
Freaky, we got you on megaphone. What's going on? Talk to us. Or stop wasting the air.
You're live and on the air. I've always wanted to say that.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Well, you better ask a question now. So,
What is this? Because I'm new to this.
This is how to do it.
This is a talk show where me and my co-host get drunk as fuck and attempt to entertain
We're
people
already
while
there.
having a guest at the same time. Yes, well, I'm already pretty drunk. But,
We
thanks
talk
for
about
coming.
dicks. He makes the best wooden dicks you'll ever have in your entire life. You know,
Oh, look at
Beautiful,
that
they're cute.
they
Great quality
are
wood.
very cute. My favorite's got to be the gingerbread man riding the penis Christmas ornament or a keychain. That just looks lovely. No, he's actually our sponsor. So Milky Way Trading Post is his company. They're our sponsor. You get a 10% discount when you buy from them, and we get the proceeds to buy new assets like. Okay, nothing yet. Okay, nothing fucking
We're
yet, but we
working
will
on
get
getting working on getting nipple clamps for Epolight. How would you like their nipple
there.
clamps?
I mean, of all the wood I've had, his is definitely the smallest. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
I've gotten that a lot.
I think we should get to our last sponsor of the evening. What do you think, Epo?
Yes, that sounds good. I mean, then we'll wrap it up in
Alrighty,
another
so
10 minutes.
Sergius here, our good pal and also a co-host, Sergius, is going to talk to you. And for those of you who are new here, who haven't caught the last one, our sponsors are how we pay for this set, pay for our bills. Epolight's new fancy strap-on. What is it, like a Dragon X or something? Was the motor huge?
You know, I wanted something with wings, so, you know, I had to get a custom job.
So, Sergius is going to talk to you about a handy new tool you can use, especially in these times of COVID-19. Super useful. Sergius, go ahead. Talk to them about the personal bubble.
Hello, everybody. This smells like an ad. I am here today to bring you one of my favorite products, my personal bubble. Tell the world to fuck off. Even pre-COVID, I fucking hated people, and I bet some of you can agree with me. That's why you're spending your time in here in VR.
And he fucked off a couple of them.
Oh, damn. You are in VR because you are a human, unfortunately, and that unfortunately means that you need some socialization in your life. Well, when COVID comes to an end, as sadly it will, and it'll stop killing everybody, and we can stop wearing masks and being decent human beings, you may still not want to deal with people, so we bring you the My Personal Space Bubble. You just stay in your own personal bubble, somebody comes near it, and you can just tell them, fuck off, I've got my bubble on, I've got my little Altspace bubble on here, and they're like, yo, you're not in VR. Well, I am now, bitches. This VR is called my bubble, and this is my reality. You are not allowed to enter it. This personal space bubble is made out of the finest plastics, biodegradable, unlike those masks you monsters decide to throw in the ocean. So once you get tired and bored of your personal space bubble, it'll get eaten by a whale, and that whale won't choke to death.
Moby Dick, y'all. I gotta love it.
Moby Dick and Moby Huge, everybody. No, and then your personal space bubble is not exactly 6 feet, but it comes in a range of sizes for everybody, so you can find the one that fits you and your massive sack all together. Romantic dates, don't have to worry about those awkward kisses. You've got that fucking personal space ball, and there's a nice little hatch that the server can toss your chicken nuggets down for you, because I know that's all you fucking eat at the restaurant. You had a question.
Yes, I've been trying to get inside your personal bubble for a while now, and you keep shooting me down. So
yeah, I know. This is why I have it on, because I don't like people in my personal bubble, and I have the special upgraded feature that lets everybody know that I am gay.
I've never, guys.
But I can buy any size you need. I can pretend. What, you think these are real?
Epo.
What?
Epo. You know what? I've never noticed how much coughing people look like they're blowing an invisible dude.
I know. It looks like, you know, it kind of looks like a vibrator ad. It's like, so if you want that invisible vibrator and you really need to get, you know, suck a dick, that need, now you too can do it in a discreet fashion. Look at those. You gonna take the ad away when I'm talking about it?
Yes.
Dude?
I guess that's my cue to disappear.
Talk about, ad blocking. Motherfucker. Like, I was getting hot looking at that, you know? You know what I mean? Fuck. So
I didn't know you were still talking about it.
So, yeah, Doge, pay it the fuck attention next time. Stop drinking.
But the only thing is a limited amount of minutes, I'm not going to give them extra time to put their shitty ad up there. Anyway.
Wait. So I have another question. So, something about AI and robots. First off.
Yes! That's my question that I have so wonderfully
Well,
forgotten
hurry up
about.
and ask, 'cause I got another question. And we got 3
I am
questions.
fucking asking it, thank you.
Wow.
AI, do you think that AI and robots will be the end of humanity? Why or why not?
Short answer, it's a yes. So right now, I do appreciate AI. So let's say I'm on Google searching for riding crops, boop, 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 and all of a sudden I get an ad with a matching pair of nice leather shorts with a nice zipper. I appreciate that. I mean, I appreciate that. But in the future, I'm pretty sure it's gonna catch up to us. And for me, I compare it right now, the situation. If you go to this is 21 and up, right? Everyone's 21.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So when you have a chance.
Allegedly.
So when you guys have a chance, go on Pornhub and type "oops, wrong hole," and that's exactly what I think is gonna happen with AI. Oh my god! I'm just saying.
So I don't know what that means. We have 2 questions. We got, Eagle Lord, Celine, and then we might end up with Billie Eilish. So let's go with Eagle Lord real quick.
Eagle
what's your
Lord,
question?
I was wondering on that personal space bubble thing.
Yeah.
So my neighbor's broken his restraining order multiple times. So will this still work with that?
Yes. Yeah.
It's a physical barrier where the justice system has failed you.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, just
so-
making sure.
They're
So
made
is
of
this like
some weird,
Is this
wacky
like a
material
disintegration on touch?
No,
That would be
unfortunately, it won't commit murder for you, but it'll keep them at bay. They won't get to your precious butthole if that's what you're asking.
It won't touch my nose.
So apparently,
Just had to make sure.
I can't get Celine's question because I don't have access to give her a megaphone or any of that shit. So
I think. Let's go to Dishy Toast. Dishy Toast, ask us your question. Go ahead.
God, you put me on the spot there, guys. Just give me a second.
When you hit the
Okay.
raise hand button, you put yourself on the spot.
I've been trying to get on your spot for a while, but you keep shutting me down.
Jesus
So-
Christ.
The store is closed permanently.
It's like my back door, but that's okay. So,
Dishy Toast, question first?
alrighty, we're going to skip Dishy Toes. Thank you for your question. That was amazing.
Could be any. No, hold on. Give him a chance. Could be any question in the world. Doesn't have to be anything profound. You can ask Epolight what underwear she's wearing. She'll probably answer.
Well, because I wanted to ask Saul about him having sex. You know what I mean? Like I heard at one point Mickey Mouse was trying to have his way with Saul. And
Oh,
that was a good
Jesus.
story. So I don't want to.
Okay. So we're
I
talking
mean-
about my sex life. So a few years ago, I gotta say, just a fun fact. I had sex before I even tried bacon, and that's a true story. And I love bacon, still love bacon. I gotta give you a little context on that.
He
so
still
I grew
loves
up,
bacon.
I still love bacon with passion.
Not the sex.
So-
not the sex.
Thank you for clarifying that. So yeah, I grew up 7-day Adventist. So we never had bacon until like an adult. And once I, realized that was a thing, I fell in love. And for all you don't know who 7-day Adventists are, imagine Jews that believe in Jesus with a little less sense of humor and more inclusive with the foreskins. So, and fun fact also, Harvey Kellogg, the guy who invented the cereal Kellogg, he was 7-day Adventist, and also he used to promote the cornflakes as a deterrent for masturbation. And 8-year-old me, gotta tell you, 8-year-old me, that's fake news. That's fake news.
I only get hard when I eat cornflakes.
And yeah, Epolight, you mentioned Disney.
Yes.
So yeah, I did an internship with Disney. I did an internship, but that was around 2006. And there was an article, I think, in Playboy. It was one of the places to most likely to get laid, and I wasn't getting a lot of that, but I was
of Disney.
related to Disney.
That's why they call it the
magical world of
Magic
Disney. My memories for Disney, it involves like I got sexually harassed by Aladdin in one of those Disney Magic Kingdom, I would say tunnels, and that's true story. And Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck.
After all. At least it wasn't Goofy. Gosh.
No, that's a tall motherfucker. No, not Goofy.
So what the fuck happened?
Oh yeah, so I got
Mickey
sexually harassed by
Mouse.
Aladdin. That was a true story. And then Mickey Mouse tried to hook up with me at least in 3 occasions. And little virgin me with my little purity ring failed on that attempt. That was quite a few years ago. But I ended up losing my virginity to Brazilian ice cream space cadets in Magic Kingdom. That was very disappointing to her. I mean, I think it lasted as long as it takes to put a popcorn in the microwave, and it was less satisfying. so that was that. That was a good magical experience I had in Disney.
That wasn't the Magic Kingdom. That's more like a small world.
The Magic Kingdom, precisely. There's a lot shit going on. Google Vista Way. I mean, that's where the STDs go to mutate. It's one of the apartment complexes for the internet.
Is Billie Eilish still here? No, they left. Okay, I was going to ask them a question. So instead, what I'm going to do is I just read a news article today. Let me see if I can find it. I know you guys were there. So apparently, this couple were trying to have kids, right? They were trying for kids, and they could not have kids. And they go to a doctor, right? You know, there was like a 22 and 24-year-old. They go to a doctor, and apparently, they were having anal sex and trying to figure out why they couldn't have kids. So that is why sex ed is important. Okay, it was in China. It was like in some place, and like. Yeah, exactly. The doctor gave them some sex ed pamphlets, and like, here you go. Good news is she is pregnant now. But could you imagine being so baffled? Be like, I don't know which hole to use. Like, this one's obviously for peeing. This one's got to be for kids. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
I think we have a quick question from Loca. Loca, go ahead.
Yes.
Doge, now this question is not for Epolight, but what underwear are you wearing, and what is your bra size?
For Epolight or me? Me?
For you.
For me, okay, I'm wearing a, it's just a blue, like, boxer briefs kind of thing. And my bra size is at least what is it?
You
like
sound butch. I like it.
A B cup? I think.
Oh, please, mommy, tell me you're wearing flannel. Don't get me really excited.
Wait, no, Doge, you didn't answer my second question. What's your bra size?
I did. I said at least a B.
He said it was a B.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Not rocking the D's like me. But so if you have to know, I have stopped wearing drawers a while ago because, you know what I mean, I didn't like, you know, the panty lines. So I was like, you know what, fuck,
I heard
Commando.
the neighborhood cats are always like after you. Well,
you know, they always trying to get some pussy. I don't know. I'll tell you. You know, I make the neighbors, you know, howl like a tomcat, but that's okay. That's okay. Bra size definitely hitting the D's. Unfortunately, I wore this one. Yes, definitely. I wore this one at work that was cutting deep. And ladies, I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. So at some point of my work shift, I had to just take it the fuck off, and I just let them fuckers hang loose the whole shift. You know, I got really good tips that night. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
I mean, it
sure
was
you
like they
did.
were on display that evening, but it was whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, look, I'm still young that they're perky. All right, they're very perky. Thank you very much. They're not like,
I
like
think
the one lady that came in is like, hey, can I order takeout? And I'm like, like when the mind, in your mind, you're like, you shouldn't say something, but just blurt it out, like, oh my God, your tits are like tucked into your pants. And I'm like, fuck, did I just say that out loud?
I just want a quick moment, guys.
Yeah,
I want
so,
to take a quick moment to plug the YouTube channel and the email. Sorry.
yes.
First, I'll do the email. If you want to be a guest on our show, hit us up on this email over here. Or, as Epolight explained, we're going to do a new segment where we take your stories and we'll read them, and maybe I'll make like a little slideshow to go with it. Tell us your drunk stories. So go
we
here.
also might get
Five Somewhere Show at
we might
gmail.com. Yeah, go
also
ahead.
change it up with some trivia too. That might be fun too. Get like a
That's
quick
also the
5-minute
thing we're
trivia
thinking
set.
about.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're thinking of some cool
No,
changes,
still
guys.
3
So
minutes, Charlie.
stay tuned. Ja Pasha, you're next on the question list. So
Follow us
stay chill.
on the YouTube channel.
VR Arcade is our YouTube
Arcade.
channel.
I think I'm lagging. Sorry. VR Arcade.
You did
our
lag.
YouTube channel.
You did lag.
Yeah.
I gotta love seeing VR. In VR you have the Captain Kirk soundtrack. It's like, come check out our YouTube page at VR Arcade.
Make sure you check out. Also, make sure you check out Saul's over here, his business page, as well as our sponsor, our actual sponsor.
Yes.
We
You
teamed up
buy
with
from him,
Saul.
we get a small slice, okay? Because, I mean, honestly, if you buy the small dicks on his website too, then you're getting a small slice too. I don't know. But anyway, so let's get to one of our last questions. Jabashi, you are on the air. Why isn't it? There you go. You got a megaphone.
What's this about?
Oh, shit.
We get that?
We get drunk. We talk.
Okay, so, yes, it's a
And-
talk show where Epolight and I
Hell
get drunk
yeah.
as fuck, and then we interview somebody and take questions from the audience. That's about as much as I can explain
we
it.
have like fake ads that are real. You know, like we have a good time. Usually I'm a lot more drunk, but today, in solidarity of punching out, racism, I'm drinking twisted tea. So I'm not really getting super drunk tonight. So
I'm
if
already
you want to
like
punch
4
out
whiskeys
racism,
deep,
support
but,
Twisted Tea and punch out a racist near you because fuck them. All right, fuck them in the face with Twisted Tea. All right, support Twisted Tea. Exactly.
Saul, do you have any last words for our great audience and anybody here?
Any last words?
Before I kill you, son of a bitch.
Before you kill me.
Or his wife finds out what he was talking about earlier.
So, guys, I did a pre-med, 3 years of med school, 2 master's degrees later, all for this, polishing wooden dicks. So please support me. I got a lot of student loans. Buy some bag of dicks for your grandma, your nana, your pastor, and a customized ornament. So, guys, Milky Way Trading Post and Etsy.
Also, Milky Way Trading Post, if you have a Quest 2, is coming out soon with a Quest 2 headset and controller rack. So that is something to keep an eye out for.
Nice.
So if you want a wooden, customized, personalized wooden Quest 2 or Quest hanging rack,
I'm
keep your
guessing
stuff
those were your last words for today, Epolight. Sergius, do you have any last words?
Check what?
Yes.
What you think?
My last words were Twisted Tea Titty Twister.
Kiddo, you are too young for this.
Alrighty, people, thank you for coming tonight. We do this every Tuesday. Make sure to check us on Altspace and our YouTube channel. Thank you for being a great audience. We'll see you next week. Make sure to check out Slick Rick's Comedy Club. It's another event coming up right now.
The Flock has an event too, so let's give them a
The Flock
shout
also has
out.
an event. Yep.
They have
King of Comedy.
Yes,
King
King
of
has
Comedy
a fun
event
show.
right now.
So if you like open mic comedy, Ritz, if you like a comedy show, the Flock's event, awesome shit. The Flock also has like an event almost every day, so they are like fucking. They're coming up. They are coming up big time.
All right, thank you guys for coming to our show. Good night. That's the cut.
Peace out.
Oh, that was quick.
Good night,
Is it
everyone.
8 inches cut or just
That's what they do now. They throw 'em
just cut?
out.